What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. Be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a small block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 8 o'clock, we have some housing news. And at 9 o'clock, we have the consumer confidence for the month of July and the JOLTS job opening for the month of June. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 4 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's price action. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, we saw the market trade 194 points to the upside before the bears stepped in, and we saw this rejection lower. We did see the bulls try one more time to try to take out these highs, and after a sweep of this liquidity, we saw a 264 point move to the downside, taking out the pre-market's low. Now, after we saw this two-legged pullback into support, we did see the bulls retest a level at 349, which formed the right shoulder of this head and shoulders pattern. And after we got this formation, price did reject at the end of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. If we do see the bears continue to trade price lower, and we trade into this 135 to about 120 range, and we see the bulls fail to protect this area of support, I don't see any support until about 995. And if you look over here at the hourly chart, this is the area that we can potentially see if we see a failure from the bulls. But I do see one more clue that actually happened towards the end of the session. Now, we did see a two-legged pullback into what could potentially be a support. And before the close, you can see that the bulls are currently holding up this area. And if you look over here at the hourly chart, you can see the same thing. So if the bulls are able to hold off this area, and we do see the bulls continue to trade price higher overnight, I have a target that's sitting all the way up here around 460. Now, I'm not saying that we see 460 in the overnight. However, I believe that's the objective that the bulls are trying to get to here on the Nasdaq if they're able to hold up this market. Because we know if we see a failure from this level, we're seeing 995. So the bulls definitely have a lot of work to do if they want to maintain control of this market. But the price action overnight will be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And just like the NQ, during the overnight session, we saw the market trade 39 points to the upside before the bears stepped in, and we saw this rejection lower. More accurately, we saw a sweep of last week's high, and from this sweep of liquidity, we saw this rejection lower, taking out its pre-market lows. Now, after this two-legged pullback into this area of support, we did see the bulls trade and retest 522, forming that right shoulder, and this is where we saw that rejection into the close. And just like the NQ, we also have a two-legged pullback, what could potentially be support. So if the bears are able to push price lower, I'm looking for the market to take out these lows and the bulls to find support somewhere in this 465 to 60 level. And if you look over here at the hourly chart, this is the area that I'm talking about. Now, if we do get a sweep of these lows and we see price trade through this, my next area of support is going to be somewhere around 453 and 445. The bulls are definitely going to have to hold up these areas if they want to maintain control of this market. However, if the bulls are able to hold this support and continue to trade up higher during the overnight session. I'm looking for the market to trade to at least 450 to about 554. Here, this is where I believe the market is trying to get to before we see a rejection lower. So the bulls and bears have to do specific things if they want to maintain or regain control of this market. And in summary, both markets did have a bullish open. Both markets had a big rejection from its higher time frame supply. And finally, both markets did form a right shoulder to its head and shoulders pattern. However, we did see a two-legged pullback into what potentially could be support, which the bulls can use to definitely trade price higher. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.